Alright, UFC Fight Night Paris is now over. And oh my god, it was such a good event. There were so many good fights. I'll cover some of them. I am going to get to the main events. Or I'll start with the main events. How about that? We start with the main events, and then from there we can see where we go. First off, main event of the night. Holy crap. That was an amazing fight. Now, I said, first rounds are always, or usually, either they're really, really good, or if, they stay at a steady pace, then you know that they're going to stay at that steady pace the entire time. Measure each other out, see what they can do against the opponent, what they can't do against the opponent. And that's what happened that first round. That first round was just slow. I expected it. My dad was even like, Gane looks like he doesn't want it. He looks like he's just cruising. And I'm like, yeah, he does. They both did. They were exchanging every once in a while. I would give them that. It's not like they went that whole entire round not doing anything. They did exchange some blows in the first round. Nothing too big, nothing too major. The second round is where everything started changing. Oh my god. So they started fighting in the second round, exchanging more. Here comes Tuivasa. Literally knocks out Gane. Boom! He goes straight back like that. But he gets back up. Somehow, some way, he gets back up. He knocks him out. He gets up. And I'm like, no, keep punching him. Don't let him get back up. But for some reason, he didn't attack through. He was already out for the count. Like, literally, it was like a flash knockout. He got knocked out, he got down, but once he got down, he got way back up and started getting up like nothing. Tuivasa didn't do anything against that. So I was like, oh no. And then here comes Gane with a massive leg kick to the body, and you know that hurt Tuivasa. He even went, ah. And after that kick, he was just slow. He couldn't move anymore. That kick and all those kicks afterwards, because Gane knew. Gane saw the kick. He saw that it did damage. He saw that Tuivasa was hurt, and he went right after that. Literally after that one kick that I was just talking about, kicked him right to the body and went straight in with 6 more punches. Same spot. He knows he's hurt. He's going to keep going after that. And he did that the entire fight. He knew his body was hurt. He knew it was not allowing Tuivasa to move as freely as he wanted. And he took advantage of that. Like an actual, or not actual, but a technical fighter, as we expected. Gane is a very, very technical fighter. I wanted Tuivasa to win just because I'm a huge fan favorite. But if we look on the sheets, on the paper, Gane is just that much of a technical fighter. The only loss that he has is against the champion, Francis Ngannou. And we've seen his movements. It's amazing. Him and everything that he's been doing, amazing. We knew Tuivasa was not going into an easy fight. Tuivasa did not fight his fight that night, or tonight. Gane had him exactly where he wanted at all times. Even in distance. He kept the distance. I was like, Tuivasa, no, break the distance. Come in. Hit and come in. But he just wouldn't do it. He kept at that same distance, allowing himself to get kicked over and over and over again by Gane. Keeping that same distance that Gane wanted the entire time. He said, all right, you're right in my reach to the point where I'm not getting hit as much, to the point where I can just hit and get out. So he would come to the body, go back. Hit to the face, come back. Kick to the body, over and over again. With that same kick. Boom! Or that front kick. Oh my god, I was looking at Tuivasa just take all those hits, and I was like, he's done. That's gonna hurt a lot. Tomorrow, that's just gonna hurt all the way through. He's gonna be sore. But Gane won by knockout. That's freaking crazy. Tuivasa has been knocked out. Not TKO'd. Knocked out. This is what I would kind of expect to happen in the next fights. I expect Gane to go against Francis Ngannou. That's gonna be a great fight between the two. I think that Gane might take it. I feel like he's gonna take it. Francis Ngannou has a knee injury. He doesn't know when he's gonna come back. That knee injury, even though it's fully healed as he may think, it's gonna pose as a great wound to him. It's gonna alter him. Halt? It's gonna halt him a lot. It's gonna slow him down a lot. And again, we just saw Gane he sees something he can capitalize on, and he will capitalize on it. He sees that you're hurt in that certain area. He's gonna keep hitting you there, make you finish as fast as possible. So what I think, or not expectation, but one possibility that could happen is Sir Gane just beat Tuivasa. He goes on to fight Francis Ngannou later on in the future. He beats Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou loses. And then after that, Tuivasa fights either Francis Ngannou or goes for the title shot. Again, why not? Tuivasa might have to fight somebody else, low-key. I think he's going to fight Francis Ngannou first, and then Gane. Gane might defend it against Jon Jones. He might defend against Jon Jones. Who knows? That's going to be a great fight. Both very technical fighters, both great fighters, honestly. Jon Jones has been noted as one of the best heavyweights. I would say, yeah, he probably is one of the best heavyweights, but again, as I said in the past video, he's done a lot of things that, again, we don't promote, we don't condone, we don't like, all right? But when it comes to fighting, like in itself, just technical skill and him as a fighter, one of the best fighters that anyone has ever seen, and that's why he's always in the list of the top 5 GOATs that people come up with, is Jon Jones. Jon Jones is a really, really good fighter. So you put him against Gane, that's going to be a good one. But I think from what we last saw of Jon Jones and his skill, he was doing really, really good. People may have thought that, I even thought that he might have lost his fight against, I forgot his name, to be honest with you. But it was a very controversial win. Everyone thought that he won, but that he lost that fight, but hey, he got the W. So when it comes to them two, I think Gane might need a little bit more work, because we saw him almost lose that fight. He could have lost that fight if Tuivasa had capitalized on that knockout. But I don't think Tuivasa knew that he was knocked out. I think he knew that he hurt him, but that he was okay. That he got back up. He said, oh, shoot, no. I'm not going to capitalize. He's safe. He thinks he's fine. He's going to come back at me, and hard. So I don't want to be in his way. I'm going to back up because I know he's just faking it. No, he could have capitalized and won that fight. But Gane got knocked out. He almost lost that fight. He could have lost that fight. So even from that, I think he does need to work a little bit more. And of course he is. He still has a lot of time before he has to go against Jon Jones. So these next upcoming months, I say get prepared for either a rematch, well, of course, against Francis Ngannou and Jon Jones. Those are 3 heavyweights you do have to look out for. One that almost beat you, one that did beat you, and one that can beat you. And that's just my opinion. But that was a great fight. It was just not Tuivasa's night. He was just not fighting his fight. He was fighting Gane's fight, and that's why he lost. He stayed in his distance he stayed in Gane's distance that he wanted. He basically standing there like a kicking bag, and he took every single punch. What knocked him out was that nice, he spun over and just boom, like I forgot how it was. Tuivasa punched him, but he went all the way through. Gane was right here, so basically he dodged to the side, kind of like, and boom, Gane with that right hook, down he went, and that's when he started finishing him off. That was a great fight. Honestly, might even have been fight of the night, in my opinion. I don't know. It was a great fight, but this brings us to the next fight. The co-main event, Robert Whittaker versus Marvin Vettori. As you know, I was going for Marvin Vettori because my friend Braden was training with him. So I was like, hey, the boy supports him. I'm going to support my boy. I'm going to support him. So I was like, Marvin has a, I guess, fan now that I decided to go with him. All right, I said, I'm going to go with Marvin. And as I said, Robert Whittaker, that man is a technical fighter. And I feel like being that technical fighter who stays calm and composed, knowing when to strike, when to evade, it really brings that next level in a fighter. What he did tonight against Marvin Vettori was amazing. I would even say it may almost have been even flawless. He didn't seem injured at all. He didn't seem like he was hurt at any moment. He took one good knee from Marvin, but he dusted it off like nothing. He knew how to keep his distance. Marvin couldn't. He couldn't figure out his distance. He didn't know exactly where to be. So every time he would come in, he would be, pretend this is Robert. His face right here is where he stopped. And it wouldn't hit him. So he just couldn't calculate the distance. He couldn't get in on him. What he needed to do is just break the distance. Don't let him get distance and just keep going in on him. But Robert knew how to evade, how to come in and out, hit with that 1-2, come out. Hit with a 1-2 and come out. And he was getting him every single time with that 1-2. At one point, he got him like 4 times straight. Just 1-2, back, 1-2, back, 1-2, back. And he was even practicing that before on the before he started fighting in the locker room. You can see a clip of him in, maybe I can try to find and like put it in like right here. But he was just practicing that move over and over again with his coach, and it worked out throughout the fight. It's like he knew exactly what he was getting himself into, and he was very, very well prepared for that. Honestly, an amazing performance at Robert Whittaker. I believe he deserves that third fight against Israel Adesanya. Because after that performance, wow. Now, Marvin, I don't know what happened, man. I don't know. It just wasn't your night. You couldn't reach him. You couldn't keep that or maintain the right distance. You couldn't calculate it. Again, I think if you had thrown a little bit more kicks in there, it would have been so much better. But hey, wasn't your night. You didn't get the W. I'm sorry. Robert Whittaker, you're freaking amazing. That was a great fight. Congrats to you. I hope you do get that title shot one more time, because I feel like you're deserving of it. That was a great fight. But please. Oh shoot! Wait, you might not even fight Israel Adesanya. You might fight what's his name? Alex Pereira. That's crazy. Hey, same kickboxers. They're both kickboxers. Who knows? Maybe we'll see more wrestling this time instead of striking. But we've seen Robert Whittaker is a great striker. He did that beautiful takedown in the last round against Marvin Vettori. That was amazing. That was beautiful. I liked it. I loved it. I saw you take him down, and I was like, wow, great job, great takedown. But who will he be facing later on is going to be either Israel Adesanya or Alex Pereira. Either way, both kickboxers. I'd say your striking was amazing tonight. You knew distance, you were on point with your distance. Honestly, I don't know how else to explain that besides perfection. It was amazing. Again, congratulations to you. Oh my God. Great. Thank you for the fight. It was an honor to watch that. Now, let's go on to some other fights. Let's start off with Magomedov. Oh my God. That was a beautiful kick. Kicked straight through and then came in right away. Capitalized on that kick. Oh my God. 19-second knockout in the middleweight division. They said that it was the 4th fastest knockout in the middleweight division. That's amazing. That was a great fight. I don't know how to speak German. I think you speak a little bit of English. I saw you speaking in the post-fight interview, but congratulations. Beautiful fight. I was watching it. I was flipping out. I was screaming. I was like, oh my God. My dad thought I was probably going crazy, but I saw it. I even posted it on my Instagram story. That was an amazing finish. Oh my God. Congratulations. Amazing fight. Next on, Joaquin Buckley. What happened, dog? Nah. And the other guy got tired too. Same, middleweight division. Joaquin Buckley was getting dominated most of the fight. The majority of the fight. At the very, very end, like last minute of the fight, round 3, the other guy, I don't know his name, I'm sorry. I still haven't memorized all these names. But the other guy, he was just, I'll put in his name like right here. But the other guy was just getting tired. He got tired at the end, and he started slowing down. I don't know why Joaquin Buckley didn't capitalize on that. Literally, the guy was like, and he hit him, and he went back a little bit, and Joaquin just stood his distance, and he went for the clinch, and I was like, what are you doing clinching up? Finish him. And Michael Bisping even said it, like literally right after I had said it. He said he needs to let go of that clinch, and he needs to let go and just fight him. He needs to let go of those hands, and he didn't. He didn't, and it was disappointing to watch a little bit, not gonna lie. I'm not a huge fan of Joaquin Buckley. I know him like from some of his past fights. He had an amazing knockout in one of his previous fights. I would say even knockout of the year. You couldn't finish the job. It happens, man. You couldn't finish the job sometimes. Shit happens. You're doing so great in close quarters. You were rocking him from the inside, just uppercuts, and you hurt him a couple of times too. It didn't work out. You were going close quarters, but every single time you would go close quarters, hit a couple times, and then keep distance again, letting yourself get hit over and over again. You knew, it's like you could see exactly what he could have done differently, and I feel like he knew what he could have done differently too, but he didn't have enough to take him out. And it wasn't your night. It was a great fight overall. If I were to give like my top performance of the night, I would say probably, I know Robert Whittaker didn't finish him. But he completely dominated that fight. He was in and out. He was flawless, I would just say. He, I don't even know. I needed to watch the post-fight press conferences for both Marvin and Robert, see what they were thinking. But you saw Robert, what he said after the post-fight interview. He said he's just the best. He feels like he's the best in the world, that he should get another title shot, and I believe so too. I believe that Gane is going to look amazing in this next fight, just like he did tonight. Watch out with those knockouts. You got knocked out, buddy, but hey, you recovered, you finished the job, you did amazing, you knocked him out. Congrats to you. Oh my God. Great fights, both co-main and main events. Great fights. Can't wait to see what happens in the future for both the middleweight division and the heavyweight division. Great things to come, for sure. For sure. UFC Fight Night Paris. First UFC event in Paris was amazing. We'll go down in history because of all these fighters. Hope you guys all enjoyed those fights. Hope you guys enjoyed me talking about those fights, how it felt. Amazing nights. Very excited for the next event, which is going to be Hamza versus Diaz. I'll be talking more about that soon here on this channel. So if you guys happen to enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure to turn on your post notifications. And I'll catch you guys all in the next video. See ya.